So for using your Dune player to stream your movie library, the first thing that you're going to do is, if you're in the main home screen of the Dune player with this current firmware, in this application we've created a My Movies favorite. You're going to use your scroll buttons, your arrow buttons on your remote, and you're going to scroll to My Movies. You'll hit select, and this is where you actually get into the My Movies folder. Now, if you're just using this to stream movies from a movie server, I recommend just leaving it here. There's no real reason to be back out in the home section. However, in order to get to the home section, it's done by exiting. So if you hit the return or the exit button too many times after you've drilled into the menu structure and you're just kind of cruising through it, this is what's going to happen if you hit that exit or the return button on the remote. So again, we'll just select, get into the actual My Movies folder, and here you can select from all titles, last added, parental rating, alphabetical. So you can kind of, if you've got a big collection, you can sift through that way. Exit or return is the button that takes you back out to the main section. You can sift through categories, years made, genres, trailers, and so forth, decades. Most people tend to just look at the all title section where you get your cover art view of the movies. To play the movie, you can simply highlight it and select play, and it will immediately start playing the movie. If you hit stop, it will stop the movie and take you back to the last screen that you were on. And if you wanted more information on the movie, you can highlight the movie, press the select button, and it will load information, gives you all types of info provided the metadata is available. Little bio on the movie, who's in it, what format it is, what screen size it is, whether it's Dolby Digital, all that good stuff. And then from there, if you want to go ahead and play the movie from there, again, you can just hit play, and it will play the movie. One thing to remember, in particular with Blu Rays. Blu Rays, as most of you know, are a finicky piece of software. And, you know, they do sometimes some funny things, and you never really know what you're going to get. In this case, we have a great example as we loaded this movie. We had a great example of the problems that you could encounter with a Blu-ray. Miracle plays, you know, just fine, has a kind of a typical delay on a Blu-ray. The Hunger Games movie, however, interestingly enough, is very finicky. I'm going to go to play this movie, and it may actually jump into it faster this time since we have been playing it before. But what you're going to see here is you see a little loading disc thing comes up and goes away, but we have a black screen. On this particular disc, what's happening here is, thanks to the guys in Hollywood, they want this disc to go out onto the internet and pull down current movie trailer information from the web. So right now what's going on, even though you think that your disc player is probably screwed up, is the system is actually going out to the internet and looking for trailer data. And it takes forever. On this particular movie, I'm not going to demonstrate it because you'll be waiting forever, but it takes anywhere between 2 and 4 minutes from the time that you hit play before this movie will start playing. And somewhere along the lines, here we go, you see it just popped up, it said checking for updates. That's the only indication that we have that your player is not messed up, because if you look at your player, you see nothing but zeros as if it's just locked up. That is not the case. It is pulling down this data. And it doesn't matter if you're resuming the movie or not resuming the movie, it always does this. So if you stop this movie in the middle of it by hitting the stop button versus the pause button, and then you go back and watch it, when you go and relaunch it and you select to resume the movie, it's going to come up, and this is what's going to happen. So in this case, we'll say yes, we're going to resume the movie by hitting the select button. And in another few seconds or so, it starts to play. So just be aware that this kind of thing happens. I will tell you that on all players, maybe aside from Sony's, since they're the ones who developed this lovely technology, on all players, even the disk drives, you may get various results. This particular movie I have been unable to get to play on this particular Dune player. It will not play on the drive. However, streaming it from the server, it does work. So just keep that in mind. It is the nature of the beast. We don't like it. We don't make the rules, nor do the manufacturers of the equipment. That's pretty much it in terms of using the My Movies interface on the Dune player. So here we'll stop the movie, and it comes up, and again with this particular movie, I can't explain what goes on, but on Blu Rays in general, the time between starting and stopping movies does tend to be a little bit of a delay. You saw the please wait indication up there. Fortunately, stopping it does stop faster than it starts.